Hey y'all, it's Mama TPG with One Love, One Light Tarot, bringing you your daily blind spot. Let's figure out what you don't know. Don't mind the mermaids. I'm in the middle of recording a series on mermaid guidance, so check that out for your sign. Water signs are done and uploaded yesterday. I believe I'll be doing air signs today. Maybe if I can get some more done before the weekend, I'll get out the fire signs. All right, so what is the daily blind spot for the collective? Spirit, what's the daily blind spot? And we have number 62. So I feel like this is, I'm just looking at it, I feel like there's a lot of, maybe there's a discrepancy on beliefs. Maybe you're not solidified. Let me get this over here a little bit better. Maybe you're struggling with beliefs that contradict each other, but I don't know. Let's see what it says. Number 62. Denying death. Okay. If you have drawn this sigil in this situation, the death of something is actually needed in order to get where you want to go. There is something you need to let go of. Something needs to end. You are currently unable or refusing to see the value of this ending and the need for it. This sigil is telling you that the time has come for change, transition, endings, and transformation, so as to leave the old behind. It is telling you that currently you are in serious resistance to this. This sigil is telling you that you need to move forward. You need to let go of what prevents you and potentially others from moving forward into an improved state of being. What are you resisting the death of? An idea, a belief, a behavior, an addiction, a phase of life, your attachment to something, a relationship, a job, a house, a person, a part of your identity, yourself, a pattern or habit, a pet, a thing. Whatever it is, ask yourself what you need in order to allow that ending. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward, and I feel like there are lots of things that go on longer than they should, but it's, very easy to not monitor this for yourself because there's no specific rules on this is how long, for any given thing. So it's a matter of, looking at, have you been dragging out something that should have ended for you personally, right? So how's this playing out for the collective? Oh, we have 5 of Wands. We have the 6 of Wands. Oh, we got a jumper here. We have the Lady of Swords. And the 7 of Cups. Yeah, so I feel like there is some confusion. So when we're looking at 5 of Wands, this is not the traditional depiction of this. This is the mystical dream tarot. But the 5 of Wands is about that that internal conflict, that kind of getting in your own way type of feeling for me. It's about, it can be about competition within, like within your own team, if you will. The traditional depiction shows, like a group of people sparring with their wands or whatever. And I feel like that is it's like it's not fun anymore in a sense. It's about, now people are starting to get a little serious and trying to beat one another when they are all on the same team. So the Six of Wands is taking that step from that and, moving forward. And so it could be about ending this conflict within your family, your relationship, within yourself, within, your work team. So the Six of Wands is, of course, this depiction is also not the traditional, but the Six of Wands is having gone through that and coming out the victor and actually, being publicly acknowledged for the victory that you have. But it's also with a frame of mind of like, okay, we got through this, but there's still more to go. There is that sense of, let's regroup, and we still have a ways to go on this particular path. So this particular depiction is kind of like, okay, we've contained, the poison, and that has given us, this power. But at the same point, what do we do next? And so the Lady of Swords is the Queen of Swords, and that's all about, getting to the truth of the matter. So there could be, some difficulties in seeing the truth of a situation, and Spirit is saying, focus, maybe trust your intuition, but take your try to have an objective perspective when approaching this, because the outcome currently is the Seven of Cups, which is about confusion, about not being on the same page, especially within a relationship. But this could be about having lots of options and not really allowing your heart to guide you to the right option, if any of them are, So let's get some clarification here. Okay, almost dropped that whole deck. Why is the Five of Wands here for the collective? And we have the Two of Winter, which is the Two of Swords. So it's about being in two minds of something, feeling, like you can't make a decision, stuck, not being able to see which way to go, in a sense. And it says indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others. Okay, feeling trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. In the traditional depiction of the Two of Swords, it's like they've turned their back on their emotion because the water is behind them and they're on dry ground, but they're blindfolded and they have these two swords. And so it's about really connecting to your heart and your mind and using them in conjunction in order to make the best decision for you. Why is the Six of Wands here for the collective? And we have the Six of Summer, or the Six of Cups. So this could be anything, as far as it could be the return of, a relationship from the past. This could be soulmate connection, that there's something that needs to, a phase of that needs to end. This could be about a particular behaviors with children. It says children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. So this could be something about that, you could be looking at your memories and allowing them to cause a wound that just won't heal. And that's where this, denying death is really happening. It could be, really feeling like you're in a relationship that is your soulmate, and maybe they are just one of many soulmates in your life. Maybe this is not the one. They just were brought into your life in order to you know, teach you some lessons, or you teach them some lessons. And maybe it's about really looking at this objectively and being able to decide if this relationship needs to continue. Why is the Lady of Swords here for the collective? And we have the Queen of Wands. So it says, believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you maintain a balance between work and home life. So, this is a very, charismatic, magnetic, creative person, or energy. And so maybe it's about bringing, that spiritual quality in with that mental clarity in order to make a decision, or see things that may need to end in your life. Why is the Seven of Cups here for the collective? And we have the World. So it says a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. And so it's about letting it die. And so the Seven of Cups energy really can be about not being able to see clearly which way to go, because especially if you're within a relationship, I feel like it can be very confusing, because it's meant to either have a major overhaul, a major change within the relationship, or it's time to, dissolve it. And so that can be really confusing. And I feel like it's about, getting that clarity and, recognizing what's serving you and what is not. And, that may sound very selfish, but if you're not feeling fulfilled and you feel like it's something that is draining you or not in line with your highest good, I'm not saying that another person has to fulfill you, but if you feel like when you come together with them that it takes away from your highest good, then that's where you really need to evaluate if that is, the right relationship for you. And that could be within work, that could be within family, romantically, whatever it is for you personally. All right, so what cards was I using for guidance? So we could pick anything we want, really. Let's do Power of Love. Okay, sorry about that. What is the guidance for the collective today in regard to denying death? Is there any guidance to help the collective in regard to denying death? And we have individuality. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. So, if you feel like this is how I'm interpreting it anyways, if you feel like you can't be yourself within a relationship, if you're struggling with finding out who you are really, it's time for hermit mode and really, take that time away from others so that, you can have a clear picture of who you are. And if you're in a situation where you feel like stifled and that you can't be yourself, then it's time to evaluate and move on from that. Any other guidance for the collective? Responsibility. You are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. And I feel like that goes very well in line with this Queen of Swords and the Seven of Cups. It's like it's your, you have to be aware of your thoughts and how you have shaped the situation that you're in, and is it, this denying of death, is this what has created the scenario that you're currently in, if not being able to let go of certain things that are no longer serving you or your highest good. All right, that's the message that came through for you. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. I may or may not get the rest of the signs done for the mermaid guidance, but check it out just in case, and have a fabulous weekend. It's a holiday weekend here in the U.S., so be safe, and thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Remember that the universe has your back, and so do I. Take care.